Hello all, because this week will be the online class meeting. So in this video, I will to explain about how to use R code to run the GWR, GTWR, and also MGWR model. Make sure before you watch this video, you have already watched the explanation about the theory of the GWR, CTWR, and also the MGWR in another video. So make sure you have watched the another video before watch this video. So for to start practice how to use R code, you need to download the dataset on your Moodle. You can download the dataset, and also you need to download the R code. You can download two files, and after you have downloaded, you can check in your dataset. You get the save file of the host price and also the CSV of host price. It will be noted that this data just a dummy data, and also you have the txt file that containing the R code to run this model. So you can copy all of the text in this file into the RStudio. It's like that. So you can copy all of the text in the text file into the RStudio, and then make sure that you have already changed your path folder, that you have saved your dataset. This one you need to change the path folder of file into the R code in this row. Then after you have ready all of the things like download the dataset and also copy the R code into the RStudio, and you have already changed the path folder, so you can start to run this model. So for the first time, if you haven't installed these packages, you need to install this. You need to run one by one these packages. But if you have installed the all of the all of these packages, you can skip it and jump to the 7th row. You can check in your package in your RStudio whether you have installed or not. You can like, oh, this is the install, and GU module. This is I have already installed, and this already installed. This already installed, so I can skip it the row 2nd until row 5th, 5th row, and then I can jump to the 7th row. And for the 7th row, I need to call the library, so I can active the library, so I can run all of the text. Then after make sure that I have the run the library, I need to call the dataset. You can check in here. The dataset is the geometry type is point, and we have the XY data, and this one you can check the projected data is this is the projected data, so the coordinate is use the meter format or projected data. So we don't use the latitude longitude because XY in this data or latitude longitude in this data is in the form of the projected data. So the format of the coordinate is meter, not the degree. We can also check our data in here. What this data you can see, the data have the 999 data, and we have the 14 variable or column this is the column of the variable of the data. We have the price. This is the host price, constant, living, quality, structure, renovation, condition, green space, traffic, fuel, time, and X, Y, and geometry. And we can check it for the data. So the data is ready to use to run the GWR model. So first, if you want to add the new variable, because it will be note that this data is the dummy data. So this is not the real data or not the fact data. So we can add the new variable if needed. So for the example, we can add the variable. The variable is for crime, crime around the house point. So we can add new variable if needed, uh, based on our based on our explanation to based on our description that give to the R model. So first we can add the set sheet. This is for the set the sample. So if you use the number, the value of the set sheet, we can uh, have the same value of our group. So the data crime of our group will be the same. If you didn't set the sheet, we have the different value. So the result also will be different. For the after we run the set sheet and we set the value is the same, so we can run the new variable. For the example, we add the crime for the new variable, and we for the round we set the integer. If you want to use the new variable that the decimal value, you can don't use the round in this code. And we will use the normal distribution for the new variable, and we set the number of the data based on the number in the data that we have. And because we set the normal distribution, we need to set the mean of the data and also the standard deviation. So after we add the crime into our data using the normal distribution and then set the average and also standard deviation, we can check in the our data set. This is the new variable. We have the crime in our data, and this is also the new variable. So for the two rows, you can also add the new other variable based on your description. You can add the maybe for green, maybe you can add like the crash or anything that you like. And you need to set the normal distribution or not. If you set the normal distribution, so you need to set the mean and also the standard deviation. And then we can also check this data is like that. This is for the example. The explanation of the data is still the same, but we have the new variable in this in our data. Okay, so we the data is ready for the GWR, MGWR, and also the other GWR model. But because the data in our data in here just the save file, this we can see is the table. I mean, so we need to convert the our data into the spatial format. It's like that. This is the above is the original data, that the table of the data. So we can see column is like the attribute table, but in this after converting to the spatial, we can see the format class is spatial point data frame is the uh, primary of the requirements to use the data. So we also can see in the data, it's like that, is this the variable, but the format is changed to the spatial point data frame. After converting, we can run GWR for the first time. We first we can define our response and also the predictor of the variable. For the example, in this we will save the formula of the model. For the example, this price, this is based on the data in here, based on the column in here. We can see price in here. This is the column, and this is for the dependent variable. The dependent variable is dependent variable that will be calculated using our model. And we just use the living quality and structure. We just use the three variable for actually we have the 1 2, maybe we can skip the constant 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9 variable, but for the example we just use the three variable. For the living quality and also the structure, we just use the three variables for the practice. This is called by we can call use the independent variable or predictor variable. And for after we set the formula in here, we can run the GWR, but because the we need the GWR is different for the global regression, because in the ordinary least square or global regression, we can avoid the geographic or we can avoid the coordinate data, but for the GWR, geographically weighted regression. So the point of the this model is we need to highlight the geographic of the data. So we need to run the geographic of the data because we have already the we have already the coordinate. We have converted the data into the spatial point data frame. We can extract the coordinates from the this data, this file. So we have the okay, we will run. Okay, we have the coordinate. The coordinate is like that. This is the x and y, and also we have the 999 points. After we extract the coordinate, we can uh, run the bandwidth selection. So make sure you have already known about the bandwidth in the GWR. Okay, for the for the bandwidth selection, we need the formula. We need the formula of this model. So we just call the formula because we have already run the formula. And for the data, we use the data that have been converted to the spatial data. And for the approach, we use because uh, the GWR will result with the AICC of the bandwidth. So for the bandwidth, we use the AICC to get the base of the bandwidth. So in the bandwidth selection, we'll like iteration to get the best value of the bandwidth based on the ICCC. If we have uh, the minimum of the ICC is the best bandwidth, so we will do the iteration by the bandwidth selection using R, so we get the best value of for the bandwidth. And we use the kernel, we use the p square. Actually, the kernel is you can use the Gaussian exponential and etc. But for the common method that we use is the p-square. So in this practice, we use the p-square. And for the adaptive, because later we use bandwidth adapt to point density, and this is the true. And you can see, and the long length is false because we can see in here the point coordinate of our dataset is not in the form of degree but in the meter. So the long length is false. So this is not in the geographic coordinate but the projected coordinate. You can see also in here. This is the projected coordinate reference system. So we can run to bandwidth which minute. Why? Okay. Which minute I will to ex do the formula again. Again the formula. Oh, I forget to run the formula. This is the formula and this is the coordinate. So I can. This is the result of the bandwidth selection. We can see in here to the bandwidth start to the general is the higher on the high bandwidth, and the ICC we get this value, and then we can see in this iteration, and this is the the best value of the bandwidth based on the bandwidth selection that we have run in our studio with the minimize of the ICC is this value. So after we get the bandwidth, we can fit to our GWR model. To run the GWR model, so we need the function of the GWR basic. This is the formula, our formula in here, and we use the data in our dataset, and for the bandwidth we use the bandwidth selection that have already run in the bandwidth selection, this one. So make sure it's the same. And for the adaptive is the true is the same, and also the long length is false because we have the projected our dataset. So we can run. Okay, after the run, this is the result. We have the 80 is the mean of the bandwidth is the same. You can see in here is the same with us. And we can summarize our GWR result. And for the summarize, we can see in the console. Okay, we can see in the console. The first is about the global regression. And this is our formula about the dependent variable is price, and independent variable is we have three independent variable: living, quality, and structure. We have the number of data point, and this is the result of the global regression, or we also can call about the OLS, ordinary least square. You can see this is the residual, this is the formula, and for the coefficient we have the significant because the p-value is less than is very small, less than 0.0000. And for the estimation, we can see this is all of the independent variable is positive. That means the living, quality, and structure will have the positive impact to the dependent variable. In this case is price. So if the living is the positive value is related to the price. So if the living increase, so the price and also increase. The quality increase, the price is also increase. The structure increase, the price is also increase. That means that we have the positive coefficient in here. And for the we have also have the r squared. We have the 68%. I think it's okay because more than 50%. And we also have the AIC, and also BIC. This is if we have the minimum value, we have the best results. And this is for the GWR result. This is the additive bandwidth is 80. You can see we have already discussed it in here. And for the significant is related different into the compared to the global regression, because in the GWR in this GWR coefficient, if the global regression we just have one in the estimation, we just have one. But in this GWR, because based on the geographically, because the coefficient in different location have the different values, so the coefficient in the GWR in the form of range. So we have the minus into the positive value, and for the structure is the positive value for of across the study area. So we can conclude that in that specific area, the in that's in the specific area, even the living increase, the price is decrease. But in another area, if the living increase, the price also increase. So we can see the range of the independent variable impact to the dependent variable price, because in coefficient in the GWR is varied based on the location of the host price. So we can see in here the R square is increased based on the compared to the global regression. In the global regression, which is around the 60x, but in the GWR, the R square more than 80. So this is the good news for use the GWR, because maybe we have the best fitting for all of the across the study area. And we also get the AIC, and also BIC is also in this is also increased based compared to the global regression. And this is the analysis of the GWR. Okay, so after that, you can continue to run the model. After we get the GWR model result, we can plot the GWR coefficient. So we need to, because the coefficient is different, is one variable have the different coefficient. This is so we can choose one variable for the example. For the example in here, we choose the living. We can see in the GWR model in here, GWR model, and we can see in the SDF, and we have this one, the living, this one. So we for this code, we want to add the coefficient of the living that we have get from the GWR model in here. Sorry. This one, SDF, and we have the living SDF in here. we have for this one, we want to add into our original dataset. Our original dataset is the data_sf in here. This is our original dataset, and we want to add the coefficient of the living into our original. So we want to add the new column or new variable in here. We can run. Okay, we can check in our original dataset in here. Okay, we have the new variable in here. This is the GW coefficient living based on the GWR result, and we have the new column, new variable in here. It's already added into our original dataset. If actually you can skip this row, because for the plot we have the 999 point, so maybe will be longer. We need to long time to plot our data set, so we just filter based on the temporal data. If you can skip it if you want, but if you want to run it, it is okay. It is also okay. So for the example, I want to filter to plot. I will just use the time range time of this until this one. It's up to you. Okay, I will run. So the this just only have the 245 point data. You can compare. The original is have 999, but after we filter the data, we just have the 2.5 data. And for the plot, so for the plot of the coefficient, we use the temporal data based on our filter, this one, and we will use the coefficient living, and we can see after the run this one. Okay, this is the coefficient of the living. You can see in here the coefficient is related because actually if you can see in here, the living for the minus is just too small. The minus is minus 0 to 0.2, but the first quarter is the 0.6, 0.7. So actually the coefficient have also the minus in here, but because the number of the value is maybe not related to the selected, this one, you can see in here, just have the one, maybe, yeah, just we have the one minus, so the other data is also positive, but we have the minus data in here, just one. So for the explanation for this one, we can see the coefficient is in this location is higher, so the strong impact, so the coefficient is higher, so in this location the strong impact, so that means the living in this area have the high impact into the house price in that area. But if you can see in here, because the coefficient in here is relative small, so this is the low impact. So the living in this area have the low impact into the house price in this area. So if we run the GWR, we can see the impact, the spatial heterogeneity of the area is varied across the study area. Okay, so we have the different impact of the living into the house price. Okay, for the next MGWR, in the MGWR we also can run one by one. Actually, the formula is similar between the GWR and GWR and also the GTWR. So I think I don't need to explain in detail like in the GWR. But if you want, if you have the question, you can ask me personally, or you can ask in the next meeting. Okay, for the MGWR, uh, you need to fit the MGW. You need to if you need to run the MGWR model, use the same formula, same with the GWR, and this data is also the same, and the adaptive, and also you can see this is the because if in the GWR we use the bandwidth just the bandwidth is the same with all of the variable this this one. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, you can see in GWR model we have the same bandwidth. We have the same bandwidth as 80 for all of the independent variable. So all of independent variable in here have the same bandwidth. The value is 80. But in the MGWR, because the multi-scale, so we have the multi-bandwidth. So so we need to iteration, and we can see in here the bandwidth is different. The bandwidth is different based on the independent variable. So we can get the summarize of the MGW result. Okay, we can see in here, as I mentioned before, as I mentioned before, the bandwidth is different. If in the GWR, we have the same bandwidth for all of the independent variable. However, in the multi-scale GWR or MGWR, we have the different bandwidth across the all independent variable. In here, okay, you can see I will compare first once again. In the GWR, we have the same bandwidth, just 80 for all of the independent variable. But for the MGWR, we have the different bandwidth. We have the living is higher, and also the quality is also more higher, higher, and also the structure is relatively small. Okay, in MGWR, bandwidth control the spatial scale of variation of a coefficient. Okay, bandwidth in MGWR measures spatial variation in the effect. So that means the high bandwidth have the high bandwidth have the more slowly in the variate across the study area. But if the small bandwidth have the relate tend to the local variation. So the local is relative. The local have the local impact if we have the small bandwidth. But if we have the higher high bandwidth, the effect the spatial scale of the variation is the spatial variation in the effect is like similar across the study area. Okay. If we have the high bandwidth, we tend to have the spatial variation in the effect is similar across the study area. But if we have the small bandwidth like the structure, the spatial variation in the effect is tend to just the local. Okay. I hope you can understand. Okay. For the coefficient is the same. We have the um, different value based on the coordinate of the point. And for big in the GWR, we have the minus into the positive coefficient, but in the multi MGWR, we have the range of also the positive and positive. All of the positive is similar with the global regression or OLS. And for the R squared, because in the GWR we have the 85, around 85, and in the MGWR we have also 85. So the R squared is similar with the GWR, but the coefficient is different because living in here, starting the positive is similar with the global regression. Then we can also add, for the example, we can add coefficient living in to our original data set, and we can see this is the result for in the we use the all of the data, so we use the 999 coordinate. We can see in here the coefficient in here relative higher, so in here the living impact to coefficient for living, I mean the impact of the living into the host price is relative higher in here, but relative small in here. And we can also see based on the bandwidth. We can analyze the bandwidth in here. So maybe if you want to, you can also plot the another coefficient, maybe for the structure and also the quality. So you can edit is the same, but you need to first add the coefficient of the quality and also add the coefficient for the structure to our original dataset. Then you can plot and you can see the different coefficient for 3 independent variable, and you can see the different the impact of the bandwidth in your result. And you can analyze why the quality have the high impact into the host price, but in the structure we just have the small bandwidth. Okay, next we want to run the GTWR. If the global regression, we just use the same coefficient across the study area, but in the GWR we use the different coefficient based on the coordinate point data, and in the MGW but have the same the bandwidth, but in the MGWR we have the different bandwidth based on the different independent variable, and we also have different coefficient based on the point data set location. And in the GTWR we also consider about the time. If in the GWR and also MGWR we avoid the time, and also global regression we avoid the time, but in the GTWR we highlight, we consider about the time. So in the GTWR, we not only focus in the uh, spatial heterogeneity, but we also consider about the temporal heterogeneity across the study area. So in this time, if for the your final project you all have the time like year, month, and day, uh, you can convert your data into the time format that have used in the GWR model, because in the GWR model the time variable must be numeric or positivity like that. So for our data set, we can see in here our time is already numeric, so we can skip it this this code. But if you have for the final project, you just have the format y, year, month, and date. You need to convert first. Okay, after okay, if in the GWR you have the one bandwidth, and in the MGWR we have multiple bandwidth, and in the GTWR we have the spatial temporal bandwidth. So because we consider about the temporal, so in the this one we can run. Okay, it takes time. In the spatial temporal bandwidth, we also consider about the temporal. So in this temporal, we use the time in our original dataset. This one in this column, so we use time. And okay, we use the Gaussian kernel, and another is the same. And this as will be iteration to get the base bandwidth using the CV score. Okay, it takes time. Wait a minute. Okay. After we get the base bandwidth, the spatial temporal bandwidth for our dataset, we have this one. We have the adaptive bandwidth. The spatial temporal bandwidth is 18. So we can run the fitting GTWR model. You can see in here we have the original dataset. We use the time temporal and also the spatiotemporal bandwidth. We use the result is 18, and then we can run. Okay. Okay. Okay, takes time. Okay. Then the spatial temporal bandwidth, if we have the spatial component, the nearby location have more weight, and also the temporal component, nearby times have more weight. Okay, we can avoid this one, and then we want to get the summary. This is also provide your result about the global regression. You can skip it. I think the result is the same with the we get in the GWR, so we can focus in the result of the GTWR. The bandwidth is the same, 18. Okay, the bandwidth is the same. This is the difference between the GTWR and also the GTWR and also the MGWR. But the GTWR we use the spatial temporal bandwidth, but in the GWR we just use the spatial bandwidth, so the value is also different. And the coefficient is also range because we focus in the geographically, we uh, we we have the different location have the different coefficient, have the different impact on the host price. And this is the R square is less than the result that we have for the MGWR and also GWN. But the R square is relative high because we have more than 80%. Okay, then we can, for the example, we can plot our coefficient, for the example, living into our original data set. Then we can plot. Okay, you can see in here, because in the GTWR, they focus not only about the spatial, but also the time. So that's mean that the host price is different across the time and also across the space temporal. So maybe if so we need to consider about the spatial and also the temporal variation in our data set, so we can get the GTWR coefficient is relative different but relative similar, I think, is all of the across the study area. Okay, this is the tutorial of our GWR model. We have learned about the GWR, GTWR, and also MGWR. I will check for the SF. You can see in here we have added our coefficient result into our original data set, and actually you can also edit another other coefficient. Then after you have finished run our data for the practice, you can practice by yourself. Okay, so this is the class practice. You can also use the same code that I have already explained it to you, using the GWR, MGWR, and also the GTWR. But you need to make sure you have to use this one. You are required to use at least 3 predictor variable and explore how its method capture local variation in the dependent variable. Because in the RStudio, for the practice, you have already practiced using the living quality and also structure, living quality and structure. So for the class practice, you need to use the another 3 predictor variable. You need to differ from the tutorial. So you can choose, because we have living quality structure, you can choose like living traffic and also view maybe, or you can use the quality traffic or view. You can use also the structure, green space, and also traffic. You can choose by yourself, but you need to note in your report what is the independent variable that you use in your class practice. And you need to run like we done in before, and you need to report, explain, and discuss the result into our class practice. So if you have the question about the class practice, you can ask in the Moodle or you can chat me personally. And actually, we have discussed about all of the tasks in our class practice, right? Report the global coefficient and their significance, explain the meaning for the global regression, explain the meaning of the coefficient, and discuss about the R adjusted R and residual statistic. And for the GWR, because the coefficient have the range, you can report the coefficient range, explain how the coefficient vary spatially, and indicate about the local relationship, and visualize. And you can select one predictor variable, or you can select all of the predictor variable, and then visualize and analyze the spatial heterogeneity. And for the MGWR, you need take care about the multi-bandwidth interpretation, report and explain the meaning of each bandwidth, coefficient range, and visualize. And for the GTWR, you can discuss about the temporal effect, coefficient range, and visualize. And for the conclusion, summarize the key finding, and then you can add the practical implication for understanding the relationship between the predictor and dependent variable in your study area. Okay, that's it for the class practice. You can also, after you finish your class practice, you can upload in this in your Moodle. This one is 1 week after this one. Okay, that's it for the explanation about the how to use R code to run the GWR based model, and also I have explained to you about the interpretation and the analysis. So you can practice using the same dataset but using the different independent variable and report to class practice and upload it in the Moodle. Okay. Okay, if you have the question, you can ask me personally, or you can just reply in this message, so I can reply to you based on your question. Okay, I think it's finished of our tutorial. Don't forget to upload your report on time. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.